Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us at Greyhound Arena for today's press conference. My name is Jose Montoya, Assistant Athletic Director of Marketing and Communications. To begin today's festivities, I would like to ask Eastern New Mexico University Chancellor, Dr. James Johnston, to come give a few words.
Good afternoon, and thank you. I know you don't want to hear from me, but I just wanted to say a couple of things. First, a great appreciation to all those that served on the committee, and Mr. Major for chairing the committee, and the search firm created a very strong applicant pool, great finalists, great opportunity for me to choose the individual that I think is the best fit for where we are at our point in history for Eastern. So very excited that Mr. Kevin Fite will be joining us here and becoming a part of the Greyhound family. And I know that this role is important to me. We all lead differently. The AD is a member of my cabinet, so we have a great group of coaches, great staff here at Eastern, and AD is certainly important to that role, but also important to the leadership of the university and what we do on campus and in the community. And I know many of you have heard me over and over talk about building that sense of community, that connection on campus and off. And I think, again, Mr. Fite is the right person to lead us in that point in our history. So certainly welcome you. And I know Jose is going to introduce you formally and let you hear from the person you're here to hear from. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Johnston. Your commitment and leadership is greatly appreciated. We are here to introduce the new leader of Greyhound Athletics. This individual holds a bachelor's in history from Northern Iowa and a master's from Iowa State. He is no stranger to collegiate sport, as he has spent nearly 35 years in roles with the NCAA, University of Houston, and Oklahoma State University. Some of his career achievements have included time as a baseball sport supervisor, where he hosted several NCAA championship contests, establishing a comprehensive athletics compliance program, and overseeing the transition of name, image, and likeness in intercollegiate athletics. At this time, I would like all of you to help me welcome Director of Athletics, Kevin Fite, to the land of enchantment.
Notice I had to lower that microphone. Thank you very much. It's a great day to be a Greyhound. There's a saying that I was reminded of today that has been attributed to people such as Mark Twain, Winston Churchill, and even Woody Hayes. And it goes something like this. It is not the amount of fight in the dog that counts, but it is the amount of hound in the fight that matters. I think that's how it goes, isn't it? Something like that. Twain said it, I believe. Come to think of it, no. I think it was President Johnston that said it last week. So, in any event, there is now a lot of hound in this fight, and I'm very happy to be your Director of Athletics. First, I'd like to thank Tony Major, the chair of the search committee, and all the search committee members. This was one of the most thorough and professional searches I've ever been through. The communication was excellent, and it was easy to tell that this search was important to the committee members and the university. I want to thank President Johnston for his confidence in me and sharing his vision for the athletics department and the university and providing this to me. The university has tremendous leadership and a vision from President Johnston and his cabinet, and I look forward to working with them. There are good times ahead for this institution, its students, and its athletics program, and I'm glad to be a part of it. I also want to thank everyone that participated in the on-campus forums during my interview, especially the head coaches. We had some frank discussions, and I found that the coaches wanted exactly what President Johnson was looking for, a leader that could communicate well and serve as an advocate for them, their programs, and their student athletes. I'm so thankful for the leadership and mentoring that was provided to me by Burns Hargis, the president of Oklahoma State University, Gary Clark, the senior vice president and general counsel of OSU, and Mike Holder, the VP and director of athletics for the Cowboys. These three gentlemen brought me back to Stillwater more than 13 years ago and provided me with an opportunity to grow as an administrator and tackle challenges that led me to this point. They are tremendous people, and I owe them very much. They taught me, most importantly, that having confidence in someone can truly impact their performance and their growth. And I intend to pass that on here at Eastern New Mexico University. My wife and I have two adult children, Will and Sarah. It's funny how when you raise kids and you encourage them and you're supportive to them, that's just what you do as a parent. But then on the morning of my interview, it came full circle because the first text messages that I received were from my daughter and my son. Both of them, who were raised around college athletics and know how difficult it is to become an AD, texted me that morning with words of encouragement. It meant so much to hear those words and to hear their excitement when I got this job. They could not be here with us today. Will is at home in Indiana with his wife, Hannah, taking care of our two grandchildren, Ellie and Liam. Our daughter, Sarah, is a junior at the University of Oklahoma, and she had a pre-planned trip with college friends, and she's having a great time, and I suspect both of them are watching this online right now. Thanks, Will and Sarah. And hi to Ellie, our granddaughter. Most importantly, I'd like to thank this beautiful woman over here in the green dress. Doesn't she look good in green? This is my wife, Robbie. She has been so supportive throughout my career and our marriage. She gave me the confidence. I can't look at her. She gave me the confidence to pursue a career in athletics administration. She's been an excellent wife, mother, financial planner, crisis counselor, and a pretty darn good educator and businesswoman herself. She has talked me off some ledges, provided me with good advice, and made a lot of moves for me. I would have probably never left Ottumwa, Iowa, my hometown, and her hometown, if it wasn't for her. Not that there's anything wrong with not leaving Ottumwa, Iowa. I've got many friends still there. But she gave me the confidence to do that. Now, I hope over the coming weeks that as people get to know me, the coming weeks, the coming months, the coming years, that people in Eastern New Mexico will be saying, you know, I met the new AD at Eastern New Mexico. He seems like a nice guy. If they have met Robbie, they will follow up with something like this. But his wife is really nice. She's the nicest one of that pair. She is so sweet. People have been saying that in Stillwater, Houston, Indianapolis, and Iowa for years. I love you, Robbie. Thank you. I would also like to thank so many other family members, such as my parents and friends from all over the country that have been supportive. The Greyhounds gained a lot of new fans last week, and I've heard from a lot of people. Several of these friends are like brothers to me and will likely show up in Portales wearing green sometime soon. I'd also like to thank Mike Molina and the rest of the athletic staff for their efforts during this transitional period. They've done an excellent job, and I look forward to getting here. Dr. Bill Kibler from Academic Search did a wonderful job of providing an overview of the university, the community, this position, and what the search committee was looking for in a new director of athletics. I thank Dr. Kibler for his efforts and assistance during this process. Dr. Kibler's overview contained many descriptors, such as transparent, ethical, positive, leader, advocate, academic focus, stability, structure, and compliance. Upon reading that, I felt like this place was an excellent fit for me. I felt the position description read like my resume. I have built my career on doing things the right way and being transparent. By collaborating with everyone on campus and respecting the important role everyone plays in making a university such as this a successful place, we can all be impactful resources for students, not just student athletes, and their efforts to receive a quality collegiate experience, education, and a degree. Now, I said in my interview, and I'll say it here, I do what I say, and I say what I do. I'm an educator, and I will work hand in hand with all parts of the university and the athletic department to make this a better place for all student athletes and for students. My most important constituents will always be our student athletes. I may advocate for coaches or for improved facilities or even more staffing, but the reason will always be so that we can better serve our student athletes and improve their experience. In return, I'll ask the student athletes to commit to higher performance in the classroom and the field of competition. We will ask the same of our coaches and our athletic staff. We must commit to doing more and being better. My high school football coach used to say practically every day, we got to get better. Didn't matter if we'd won or if we'd lost or if it was practice day or game day, we got to get better. Every day, we got to get better. That has always stuck with me. As an athletic department, we're going to strive to get better every day for our student athletes, students, alumni, fans, and the university. For our supporters, I'm going to ask the same of you. I'm going to ask for more support, more ticket purchases, more attendance, more donors, bigger donors, louder fans, more students at all games, and higher expectations of us in the department. And we will strive hard every day to meet those expectations. I've worked with some great coaches. I've worked with some Hall of Fame coaches. Thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? And I've learned from every one of them. One thing that Eddie Sutton taught me was to have a sense of urgency in what we do in athletics. A sense of urgency to fix problems, a sense of urgency to help student athletes, a sense of urgency to raise money, a sense of urgency to improve facilities, a sense of urgency to win. Each year is the final year of this experience for a large number of student athletes. So that sense of urgency needs to be addressed to them so that we can make an impact for them this year and all the years going forward. When student athletes graduate, all of us in athletics win, and that is very important to me. I also want to win in competition. I'm committed to working to providing the resources to our student athletes and coaches so that we can compete and win. And I'm committed to having the people of Eastern New Mexico feel like they are part of that process. This is their university, their athletic department, and their student athletes. I want to see more of them get involved and more supportive of this program. Now, I told the head coaches in a meeting with them that I have a display box I keep on my desk with a box of championship rings that I acquired during my time at Houston and Oklahoma State University. But that ring box isn't yet filled. It has some spots to fill. I want to fill them. I want to fill the box. I want to fill that box with Lone Star Conference championship and national championship rings. And I want every student athlete to leave here with a degree and a class ring, along with at least one championship ring. Because winning and learning makes for great leaders and future successes. And I want to win in the fall, I want to win in the spring, and I want to win in the winter. Competing for championships is a year-round sport. It's great to be here. Thank you for this opportunity. Wear green, go Greyhounds. I can't wait to get started. We have a lot of work to do, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
So we have a microphone right about there, and we have time for just 2 or 3 questions. So if you fancy a question, feel free to stand up and come over to the microphone. And if we don't have any questions, then that means we get to start our little meet and greet a little sooner than expected. So thank you all so much for coming today to Greyhound Arena to meet our newest Director of Athletics. Please drive home safely and go Greyhounds.